Okay, so here we go. Big developments, big developments coming for Indian football. The good news is the meeting with the clubs have just ended at the Sports Authority of India, and the minister Mansukh Mandavia will brief the media soon. But what we are getting, the AIFF has given the clubs a detailed timeline. In the morning, the AIFF got a clearance from its executive committee. By the way, this is a bilingual show, so English and Bangla, আমি দুটো ভাষাতেই বলবো. I will speak in both English and in Bangla. মিশিয়ে বলবো, so viewers from both streams can follow. So it has been a development full day, a development filled day, hectic meetings from the morning. সকাল বেলা, in the morning, প্রথমে AIFF এর executive committee meeting ছিল. After the executive committee meeting, AIFF got the proposal passed in the executive committee. Thereafter, it had another meeting, and the clubs, in a late night development last night, the clubs had been asked to meet in Delhi. The clubs had been asked to meet in Delhi for a further meeting based on the outcome of the EC meeting. Some clubs physically were present, some clubs were in a hybrid digital online mode. So that meeting started around 3 o'clock, and from what I understand, has just about ended a few minutes back. And now the minister is meeting the club representatives. Within, in the next few minutes, maybe the minister will brief the media as well. The media has also been called at the moment. What is the timeline? The timeline that we are getting is as follows, and here it is. By the way, what has AIFF said? What has AIFF said? The AIFF, first things first, a new account, একটা নতুন অ্যাকাউন্ট খোলা হবে, যে অ্যাকাউন্টে এবছরের লিগ এর যে যাবতীয় খরচাটা, যেটা খরচা দেয়া হবে, সেই নতুন অ্যাকাউন্টে সেই টাকাগুলি রাখা হবে। অর্থাৎ a new account will be opened in which all of the monies that will be spent in this year's league will be put. AIFF will pay 40% of the costs. AIFF will pay 40% of the costs, 10%, which 10% of its own, 30% of the commercial rights partner. 30% of the commercial rights partner. Abhishek Ranjan, when will corruption stop? There is no corruption here. I don't think there is any corruption, Abhishek Ranjan, whatsoever at this point in time. There's what corruption? This is not corruption. You can say there was a problem, and at this point in time, that is what is getting sorted. Akshat Charchilkar, is Indian football back from the grave? Somewhat, yes. Baliganj House, good evening. How are you? Yes, good evening. Let me give you the details before I forget. So the new account, and a notun account khola hobe. New account will have all the monies. AIFF will pay 40% of the costs, 10% of its own, 30% of the commercial rights holder. The clubs will also pay money into that account. The new account that will be opened, the clubs will also pay money into that account. And after, or if they receive or get a commercial partner, and if the tournament and the league makes money, 60% will be plowed back to the clubs, 40% to the federation. So 60%, নতুন অ্যাকাউন্ট খোলা হলো, সেখানে ক্লাবগুলো তাদের পয়সা দিল, এআইএফএফ 40% টাকা দিল, 10% তাদের নিজেদের কন্ট্রিবিউশন, 30% কমার্শিয়াল পার্টনারের কন্ট্রিবিউশন, সেটা ওখানে দেয়া হলো। তারপর যদি কমার্শিয়াল পার্টনার চলে আসে, সেই কমার্শিয়াল পার্টনারের থেকে প্রাপ্ত যে অর্থ, সেই অর্থ 60% থাকবে ক্লাবগুলোর মধ্যে দিয়ে দেওয়া হবে, 40% থাকবে ফেডারেশনের কাছে, যেটা প্রফিট। এইটা আপাতত ইকোনমিক চিত্র, যেটা ক্লাবগুলিকে বলা হয়েছে ইন দ্য নেক্সট লাস্ট কাপল অফ আওয়ার্স। এবার আমি আপনাদেরকে দিনগুলো বলে দিই। লেট মি গিভ ইউ দ্য ডেটস, দ্য টাইম লাইন that the AIFF has given the clubs. Now, Surajit Dotto, date কবে announced হবে? Should be today. That's what the minister is trying to do. They are trying to start around the middle of February. 15 February has been given as the start date of the ISL. 15th February, Surajit Dotto, has been given as the start date of the ISL. Let me read it out to you. Tendering of broadcast partner, commercial partner, RFP, 10th January. 10th January will be the tendering of broadcast partner, commercial partner, RFP for the season 2025-26. So 10th of January, দাদা বাংলায় বলুন ভাই, বাংলাতেও বলছি ইংরেজিতেও বলছি, আপনি রয় স্টাড দাও না কি তো আপনার নাম, দুটো ভাষাতেই বলছি, আপনি শোনার চেষ্টা করুন, দুটোই পেয়ে যাবেন। 10th January অর্থাৎ নতুন টেন্ডার ফ্লোটেড হবে 10 জানুয়ারি ফর দ্য পার্টনার আরএফপি কমার্শিয়াল পার্টনার অ্যান্ড ব্রডকাস্ট পার্টনার, নতুন টেন্ডার। ফাইনালাইজেশন অফ লং টার্ম স্ট্রাকচার অ্যান্ড গভর্নেন্স প্রপোজাল, অর্থাৎ ফাইনালাইজেশন অফ লং টার্ম স্ট্রাকচার অ্যান্ড গভর্নেন্স প্রপোজাল 20 জানুয়ারি 2026। 20th January 2026. Good evening, Boryada. There is a net issue from your end. No, there is no net issue. Prakash, can you tell me if there is any net issue? I don't think there is, because my backend people who would have said, had there been an issue. Prakash, just WhatsApp me, please. WhatsApp me, please. No net issue. Bhai, no net issue. আপনার দিকে একবার আপনি চেক করে নিন. It's fine. Okay, finalization of long-term structure and governance proposal 20th January. Deadline for submission of broadcast partner, commercial partner 25th January. Orthat, on 10th January the tender is being floated. On 25th January is the deadline for submission of broadcast partner, commercial partner for 2025-26. 20 অর্থাৎ 15 days, 15 দিনের একটা উইন্ডো ক্রিয়েট করা হচ্ছে for the broadcast partner or commercial partner to come on board. On the 10th of January, it will be the proposal or the tender will be put out. On the 25th of January, that tender, the last date of anybody expressing interest is the 25th of January. Start of ISL, onboarding of broadcast partner, commercial partner 31st January. অর্থাৎ 10 জানুয়ারি প্রপোজাল দেওয়ার দিন, 25 জানুয়ারি প্রপোজাল রিসিভ করার দিন, 31 জানুয়ারি ব্রডকাস্ট পার্টনার বা কমার্শিয়াল পার্টনার ফাইনালাইজ করে দেওয়ার দিন অন দ্য পার্ট অফ AIFF. স্টার্ট অফ ISL 15th of February 2026, অর্থাৎ 2026 এর 15ই ফেব্রুয়ারি আমরা এই বছরের ISL শুরু হওয়া দেখতে পাওয়া উচিত। 2026 ISL will start on the 15th of February. What a day. India versus Pakistan in Colombo on the 15th of February for the T20 World Cup. ISL starts on the 15th of February either. I will also give you a budget. I will also give you the budget that the AIFF has prepared. All of this is breaking, by the way, on 5 at 5. Let me give you the other details. Tendering of long-term partner. This is important. This is very, very important. Tendering of long-term partner, 20 years. The tender for the long-term partner will be put out on the 20th of February. 20 Tarik, tendering of long-term partner will be put out on the 20th of February. Deadline for submission of 20-year agreements, 20th March. The point is, 20th March, the tendering will be completed. 20th February, the tendering for 20 years partner will be put out. অর্থাৎ 20 বছরের পার্টনারশিপের জন্য যে টেন্ডার, সেটা পুট আউট করা হবে 20 ফেব্রুয়ারি। 20th March will be the deadline for that partner to come on board. এবং finalization of the long-term commercial partner, fantastic. Finalization of the long-term commercial partner 31st March 2026. অর্থাৎ even before this season's ISL ends, the finalization of the 20-year plan will get done. Finalization of the 20-year plan will get done. That's what I am being told. One second. People are saying, no, it's not here. I mean, I'm মাঝে মাঝে buffer হচ্ছে. Prakash, is it buffering or is it okay? Can you confirm, please? Is it buffering or is it okay? Can you confirm to me on WhatsApp? Okay, let me give you the details again. Deadline of submission of 20-year agreements 20th March. Finalization of long-term commercial partner 31st March. Finalization of all aspects of season 26-27. Mane next edition of the ISL. Excellent. Next edition of the ISL will all be finalized by the 25th of May 2026. and finalization of club licensing financial fair play models 1st April 2026। পুরো এই হলো আপনাদের জন্য টাইমলাইন। আমি আবার রিপিট করে দেব, বাট তার আগে আমি আপনাদেরকে বাজেটটাও দিয়ে দিই। এটা 4 পাতার একটা বাজেট মোটামুটি। আমি আবার আপনাদেরকে ডেটগুলো তো বলেই দিলাম। বাই দ্য ওয়ে, 7th January letter will be sent to the AFC for exemption. 7th January a letter will be sent to the AFC for exemption. বাকি মোটামুটি ডেটগুলি আমি আপনাদেরকে বলে দিয়েছি। প্রোডাকশন অ্যান্ড ট্রান্সমিশন কস্টস, percentage of production and transmission costs 9,77,00,000 crores. Production and transmission cost 9.75. Digital and marketing at a cost ache prize money 5.8 crores. Central administrative expense সব মিলিয়ে, from what I am understanding here, the total cost is 24 crores 26,74,000 rupees, or 25 crores is the total cost from what I am getting. 25 crores is what I am getting for this particular, based on the costs that AIFF has circulated. 25 crores. I can put out the details. 9.75 for production and transmission, 2.2 for marketing and digital, 5.8 crores for prize money, 47 lakhs for central administrative expense, 2.4 crores for central administrative governance expense, match official expense, and integrity and anti-doping legal expense, total 25 crores. That is what I am getting. Your buffering still persists. How is this going to be sorted? Because I've just reconnected as well here. Come on. Anyway, so is it happening in Goa only? That is what it was told originally. Let me find out. Is it Goa only, ISL, or what's the deal? Let me check with our reporters in Delhi. But let me just rehearse the plan for you once again. What are the deadline and timelines? The timelines are 7th of January, the letter will be sent to the AFC. The minister, as we speak, is meeting all of the clubs and the representatives and the AIFF people in Delhi. 10th of January, tendering of broadcast partner, commercial partner, RFP. এই বছরের জন্য টেন্ডারিংটা 10 তারিখ। Finalization of long-term structure and governance 20 তারিখ। Finalization of long-term structure and governance এর যে প্রপোজালটা সেটা 20 তারিখ। ডেডলাইন অফ সাবমিশন অফ ব্রডকাস্ট পার্টনার এই বছরের জন্য আরএফপিটা যেটা 10 তারিখে ইস্যু করা হবে, তার জন্য ব্রডকাস্ট পার্টনার বা কমার্শিয়াল পার্টনারের ডেডলাইন হলো 25শে জানুয়ারি। অনবোর্ডিং অফ ব্রডকাস্ট পার্টনার ইজ 31st জানুয়ারি। স্টার্ট অফ আইএসএল 15ই ফেব্রুয়ারি। টেন্ডারিং অফ লং টার্ম পার্টনার 20 ফেব্রুয়ারি। Deadline for submission 20 March. Finalization of long-term commercial partner 31st March. Finalization of all aspects of season 26-27 25th March, and 25th May. And for AFC ke chithi lekha will be 7th of January. That's the update. Budget সেটাও আরেকবার বলে দিই, টোটাল 25 কোটি টাকার বাজেট প্রপোজ করা হয়েছে। এখানে যেটা খরচা দেয়া হচ্ছে সেটা হচ্ছে 9.5 কোটি টাকা, 9.75 ফর প্রোডাকশন, এরকম ভাবে প্রাইজ মানি 6 কোটি টাকা, এইভাবে টোটাল টাকাটা 25 কোটি টাকায় বলা হয়েছে। নাও a lot of people are asking ক্লাবগুলি কি বলছে। From what I understand, 7 or 8 clubs are already on board. From what I am hearing, 7 or 8 clubs, 7-8 খানা ক্লাব অলরেডি অন বোর্ড। বাকি ক্লাবগুলো কিন্তু সবাই পজিটিভ রেসপন্স দিয়েছে। দ্য পয়েন্ট ইজ, বাকি ক্লাবগুলি তারা তাদের ওনারশিপের সাথে কথা বলে জানাবে যে ইফ দে আর অন বোর্ড, চান্সেস আর they should be on board, because I don't see any reason why the tournament will not happen now. Okay, so whether it will be played in Goa or not, the breaking news on that front is, and here it is, clubs to decide they can do home and away or centralized. ডিসিশনটা ক্লাবগুলির উপর ছেড়ে দেওয়া হয়েছে, ক্লাবগুলির উপর ছেড়ে দেওয়া হয়েছে, whether the clubs want to do it home and away or centralized. And 60% clubs are paying, so club-led model. Club-led model, 60% of the costs the clubs are paying. AIFF is okay with anything, they will contribute their share of the cost. Excellent. So AIFF is not pushing the centralized model or the Goa model. Amartya Chakraborty, Goa te fans nei ekhon, Goa noy. So clearly clubs have been asked to decide whether it will be a home and away model or whether it will be a centralized model. With the clubs paying 60% of the costs, it will now be on the clubs. AIFF is paying 40% of the costs. AIFF is okay either way. AIFF will bear 30% of the commercial partner till the partner comes on board, plus 10% of the AIFF cost. তাহলে কি দাঁড়ালো? 60% খরচা ক্লাবগুলির খরচ, 40% খরচ টাকা AIFF এর খরচ। এই 40%-এর মধ্যে 30% কমার্শিয়াল পার্টনার, 10% AIFF। In English, 100% is the total cost, 60% will be borne by the clubs, because of which the AIFF has given the clubs complete freedom to decide whether it will be a centralized format or whether it will be a home and away format. Given that the clubs are going to host, or rather pay 60% of the costs, they have the right to decide. Number two, AIFF will bear 40% of the costs, 30% which belongs to the commercial partner, 10% which the AIFF will bear in any circumstance. So that is your division in English. I hope both English and Bangla people have got this clear. Onek proshno, any deadline on clubs to confirm if they are on board? Shayan Ganguly, most clubs are already on board is what I am getting. About 7 or 8 clubs are already on board. The rest of the clubs have said that they just want to ask their ownership and get back. ব্রডকাস্টার কবে হবে ওইটা শুনলাম না। ব্রডকাস্টারের জন্য টেন্ডারটা অমর্ত্য 10 তারিখে যে ডাকা হবে, 25 তারিখে সেই ব্রডকাস্টার টেন্ডারটার বেসিসে কারা অ্যাপ্লাই করছে দেখতে হবে। ফর দিস সিজন লং টার্মের জন্য 20 মার্চ ডাকা হবে, 20 ফেব্রুয়ারি ডাকা হবে, 20 মার্চের মধ্যে ফাইনালাইজ হবে। অর্থাৎ এবছরের মতন যে ব্রডকাস্টার তার আরএফপি 10 তারিখে, অর্থাৎ গিয়ে 10 তারিখ মানে এই আগামী শনিবার ইস্যু হয়ে যাবে, এবং বেসিস ওইটা 2 সপ্তাহ টাইম দেওয়া হয়েছে। 25শে জানুয়ারির মধ্যে আপনাকে অ্যাপ্লাই করতে হবে if you are interested in broadcasting this particular season. Simultaneously, the long term plan is also being done, যেটা by end of March এর মধ্যে ফাইনাল হয়ে যাবে, এবং মে মাসের মধ্যে আগামী সিজনের যাবতীয় ব্লুপ্রিন্ট will be in place. ডেট, রজত ভট্টাচার্য ডেট জিজ্ঞেস করছেন 15ই ফেব্রুয়ারি। ডেট AIFF যে ডেটটা ক্লাবগুলিকে দিয়ে দিয়েছে, 15th of February is the date. 15th of February is the date that the clubs have been given as a tentative date for the start of the ISL. কলকাতায় কি ম্যাচ হতে পারে? দীপু দাস, আবার তো বললাম ভাই, ক্লাবগুলির উপর ছেড়ে দেওয়া হয়েছে দীপু, whether they want a home and away format or they want a centralized format. যেহেতু ক্লাবরা 60% টাকা খরচা করছে, তারা ডিসাইড করবে whether they want a home and away format or if they want a centralized format. Dada, anything on Mumbai? Are they participating? For sure. At this point in time, as I said, I came into the show. The minister will brief soon. From what I understand, 7-8 clubs are on board. I can find out for you more. Let me. You are asking. Let me check which other clubs are on board. If my reporters can tell me something. One second. Which are the clubs on board? Clubs like Chennai, clubs like Odisha, these were the clubs, what I understand, they'll have to go back and check with their ownership because of financial issues. Most of the clubs, about 7-8 clubs, were already on board. The press conference has not started yet. The moment the press conference starts, we will get you an update from what the minister has said as well. Boriada, your views on chances of getting a proper broadcast commercial partner? যদি শুধু এই বছরের জন্য হতো Rohan's domain, if it was only restricted to this year, it was difficult. Okay, clubs have been given time to, okay, so here's the other breaking. Clubs have been given time to discuss with their owners and revert by 5:30, 10 more minutes. So what we are getting is the clubs have been given time to discuss with their ownership and revert by today, by 5:30. Maybe that is why the minister is waiting on the press conference, because the minister has called the media. From what I understand from sources within the Sports Authority of India, a lot of media are waiting there, but clubs have been given time to discuss with their owners and revert by 5:30 p.m. So we'll get to know today. We will get to know today. We will absolutely get to know what is happening with the ISL and the I League. Any update on I League? I League ও হবে সৌভিক, I League ও হবে। ডায়মন্ড হারবার কলকাতা থেকে খেলে। Will FSDL be on board? Difficult to say. Long term partnership, I would suggest, আমার মনে হয় AIFF এবং FSDL এর সাথে কথা বলে এটাকে রিভার্ট করা উচিত বা রিজলভ করা উচিত, because they are the most respectable and কি বলা যেতে পারে trusted broadcast partners at this point in time that we possibly can have. So hopefully it will be resolved. Hopefully it will be resolved with the FSDL top brass. All India Football Federation এবং FSDL, দেখুন একটা টেন্ডারিং প্রসেসে FSDL যদি 20 বছরের যে টেন্ডারটা, সেটা যদি তারা যে রেকমেন্ডেশনটা করেছিল, এত শতাংশ তাদের থাকতে হবে, এত শতাংশ ক্লাবগুলির থাকবে, ফেডারেশনের থাকবে, মোটামুটি কিন্তু on those lines it is happening. On those lines it is happening. প্রেস কনফারেন্স সরাসরি দেখাবে না, সাই ভিডিওটা আপলোড করে দেবে, আমরা আপনাদেরকে বলে দেবো। রঞ্জিত বাজাজ তো বলেছিলেন FSDL ছাড়া রঞ্জিত বাজাজ কি বলেছিলেন সেটা রঞ্জিত বাজাজকে জিজ্ঞাসা করুন, আমায় জিজ্ঞেস করছেন কেন? আমি তো রঞ্জিত বাজাজ নই। Clubs given time to discuss with owners, যেটা আমি আপনাদেরকে বললাম, clubs have been given time to discuss with owners and revert around 5:30 p.m. That is what the ultimate deadline at the moment is. So in 8 minutes from now. So let me summarize what the developments have been. Has been quite a hectic day and a good day. Let me say this, it has been a good day for Indian football. It has been a positive day for Indian football after period, months and months of dark gloom and negativity and all of that. It has been a reasonably decent day as far as Indian football is concerned. So what has been the updates? It started last night. গত রাত্রির বেলা আমি শুনলাম প্রথম, it disappoints me to see, this is a good question, Sasral Game the Fool. It is not about masses. You know what? Hockey India League, I was also watching the games, 2,000 people on YouTube, 1,500 on YouTube. The women's match is even less. If you say that it disappoints you, etc., then you will only live in this web of negativity. You are not supposed to, you are not responsible for the masses. You are no social reformer. Sasural Game the Fool, actually you are watching, that is your contribution. I have said this a million times. When somebody comes and tells me about numbers, 2 F's for numbers. Because if you do Paralympic sport, you have just answered the question, Sasural Game the Fool. A live Hockey India League is watched by 1,500 people on YouTube. Who the hell cares? Why are you even bothered about numbers? You want to watch the sport, go watch. If the sport is marketed well, there will be corporate takers. It is about impact. This country, people don't watch anything except spectacle. How many watch test match cricket? No. People only watch IPL and T20 and white ball if Rohit and Virat plays, end of story. People will not watch badminton. Lakshya Sen wins today. Ayush Shetty beats Lee Zijia today. Has anybody watched? Malavika Bansod lost in Malaysia. How many people have followed badminton today? Tell me. For Ayush Shetty to start the year beating Lee Zijia was tremendous. Lakshya Sen winning his match. Possibly will play Shi Yuchi in the quarterfinals. Tomorrow Satwik Chirag will start their campaign. It doesn't matter how many people play or watch. You are watching, be happy. How many clubs have agreed? Clubs have been given time. Who's this? These days I can't really. Abhishek Guchait. Is season's relegation promotion থাকবে কিনা? Relegation promotion যদি কোনো ক্লাব না খেলে, যেরকম ওড়িশা বলেছিল টাকা তারা দিতে পারবে না, তার বেসিসে জানা যাবে। আগে ক্লাবগুলোকে রিঅ্যাক্ট করতে দিন, তার বেসিসে বলতে পারবো। সুরাজ হোম এন্ড অ্যাওয়ে, আবারও এক কথা, ক্লাবগুলির উপরে ছেড়ে দিয়েছে AIFF. They've left it to the clubs to decide. whether it will be home and away or whether it will be centralized. Mumbai FC owner K. Salary cap for coming season 26-27. Interesting question. Let me ask if there has been any discussion on salary caps. Let me ask if there has been any discussion on salary caps. Any discussion? Any discussion on salary caps? Let me find out. খেলোয়াড়দের যা মানসিক অবস্থা আশা করি তারা ভালো খেলবেন সাইমন yes absolutely I hope you have watched my interview. No discussion on salary caps. Let me tell you this, no discussion at all on salary caps today. Buriada, who will own and operate the league? AIFF will own the league. It is AIFF with clubs 60%, AIFF, that is how the division is. Commercial partner clubs, AIFF, each will have ownership, but the control, it is the AIFF's league with multiple stakeholders in terms of clubs and commercial partner. Broadcaster finalized? No. Like I said, on the 10th, the RFP for this particular season will be reissued with a 2-week period. Jar basis, the broadcaster will have to come on board. Even if there is no broadcaster, even if suppose there is no broadcaster, the AIFF will produce. That is why they have earmarked 9 crore 75 lakh rupees for production and dissemination, which means 9 crore 75 lakhs has been earmarked for production and dissemination. DXDD Divyan Shuddhaya, whatever your name is, that's what I'm telling you. Broadcaster, the RFP will be issued. Even if there is no broadcaster on board, there will still be a league. AIFF has set aside 9.75 crores for production and broadcast. That is what will happen. What is Rohan doing? Rohan has come back. Okay, we will be 2026 সালের সিজনে কি প্রমোশন রেলিগেশন থাকবে সেটা কি সব ক্লাব মেনে নেবে? আমি আপনাকে যেটা বললাম, যেই মুহূর্তে এই সিজনে আপাতত ক্লাবগুলিকে আগে জানাতে দিন। Clubs have been given time till 5:30 today to respond. Basis that the minister will then brief the media. যদি মোহনবাগান সব ম্যাচ হোমে চায় সেটা কি পসিবল? না, ওইভাবে তো সব ম্যাচ হোমে হতে পারে না। ক্লাবগুলিকে ডিসাইড করতে হবে, ইজ ইট আ হোম অ্যান্ড অ্যাওয়ে বেসিস লিগ না ইজ ইট আ সেন্ট্রালাইজড লিগ? AIFF has left it completely to the clubs. Like I told you, they have said 60% expenditure is being paid by the clubs, 40% by AIFF, which is why they have left this decision to the clubs, giving them complete freedom to decide whether it is a home and away or whether it is a centralized fixture. I genuinely expected better from Chennai, hence the disappointment. Don't expect anything from anyone except yourself. And it is not about the numbers. If 1,500 ardent fans watch, they are as good as 10,000 stupid people. You think all of the people who turn up for IPL are actual cricket fans? No, they go there for a social symbol, to tell, oh, you know what, I have painted my face and I have come here to watch an IPL game. They are not avid cricket fans, so don't worry about that. 60% cost that will be funded by does that include match hosting cost? Yes, extremely positive news, Onkon Mukherjee. I agree with you. I gave you the breakdown also. 9.75 crores for broadcast, total 25 crores. I gave you the deadlines also. Let me give you one more time. Okay, all will be discussed. By the way, salary caps will also be discussed in the long-term 20-year plan. That's what I am getting just now from sources, that the long-term plan, the 20-year plan, which will be finalized by April, May, and the broadcaster will be finalized, the commercial partner will be finalized by end of March. In the long-term plan, you will have the salary caps discussed as well. So clearly, this is a well thought out effort. Finally, we are seeing a well thought out effort whereby this season itself, the next season's plans will all be in place. That's what we are getting from this. Okay, supposed to start at 5 p.m. No, the press conference has not yet started because the clubs have been given a deadline of 5:30 to come. Rohan's domain, good news, some sensibility is prevailing. 100%, some good news for sure. Absolutely some good news for sure. Okay, will there be enough budget for friendlies? Yes, there will be, plus the women. I know for certain because I was having a chat with people within the AIFF management. They were very clear that the under 17, under 20 and the senior women, they need to be taken care of. FSDL aste pare kina, If it's a long-term plan, a 20-year plan, then FSDL obviously should be approached. Whether they will come or not, none of us are FSDL to be able to tell you. But the structure that they had originally proposed, that they will have ownership, the clubs will have ownership, the federation will have ownership. This is along those lines. Could you please bring your reporter Abhishek Mishra to know what's happening on ground there? Yes, Abhishek is. Hey, Abhishek, কবে যাবে রে Hockey India League Chennai? So Abhishek will travel to Chennai because he was in Ranchi for the women. He's just gone back. He will travel to Chennai within the next few days for the men's version, and thereafter he will kind of track the Hockey India League. অন্যান্য বারের মতোই ব্রডকাস্টিং দেখতে পাবো কিনা, বিলবোর্ড দেখা যাবে। দেবাশিস, এইগুলো কি করে উত্তর দিই বলুন তো আপনাকে এক্ষুনি, যে বিলবোর্ড দেখা যাবে কিনা বা ব্রডকাস্টিং কবে দেখতে পাবেন? ব্রডকাস্টিং দেখতে পাওয়ার জন্যই তো 10 তারিখে আরএফপিটা ইস্যু করা হচ্ছে। 10 তারিখে আরএফপিটা ইস্যু করে 25 তারিখে তার উত্তর পেতে হবে। কোন 25 তারিখে তার উত্তর পেতে হবে। 25 তারিখের মধ্যে আমরা জানতে পারবো 25 যে কোনো ব্রডকাস্টার এগিয়ে এলো না এলো না। যদি না আসে, আমি তাই জন্য দুটো সিনারিওই আপনাদেরকে বলে দিচ্ছি। ধরুন এলো, তাহলে তো আপনি 31 তারিখের মধ্যে জেনে গেলেন। আপনি 31 তারিখের মধ্যে জেনে গেলেন ব্রডকাস্ট পার্টনারকে। ধরুন রেভ স্পোর্টস এগিয়ে এলো, আমার কাছে টাকা থাকলে আমি দিয়ে দিতাম। যে রেভ স্পোর্টস এগিয়ে এসে বললো চলো ভাই আমি এবছরের ব্রডকাস্টের জন্য 10 কোটি টাকা, 15 কোটি টাকা, 20 কোটি টাকা দেবো। সো আমি যদি সেই টাকাটা যে বলবে, সেটা 31শে জানুয়ারির মধ্যে ফাইনালাইজড হয়ে যাবে। সেকেন্ড পয়েন্ট, ক্লাবগুলিকে জানাতে হবে তারা সেন্ট্রালাইজ করবে না হোম অ্যান্ড অ্যাওয়ে করবে। বেসিস দ্যাট তারপরে ডিসাইড হবে টিকিট প্রাইস এটসেট্রা। টিকিটের দাম কি বেশি থাকবে? সাইমন, কেন বেশি থাকবে? কোথায় খেলা হচ্ছে প্রথমে সেটা ডিসাইড করুন। আগে কি গোয়াতে খেলা হবে, না লার্জলি কলকাতায় খেলা হবে, না হোম অ্যান্ড অ্যাওয়ে হবে? লেট দ্য ক্লাবস ডিসাইড দ্যাট এন্ড কাম ব্যাক। স্যার, your thoughts on average expenses for a club? Let's figure out if the broadcaster comes on board basis this new RFP, then obviously the clubs will not have to pay. That is why a new account, please understand this, a new account has been proposed or will be created. Abhishek is already in Chennai. Has he already gone to Chennai? And I don't know. What is this problem? Figure out, yeah. Come on. Abhishek is a nomad. He must have been. Figure out, because he was supposed to be in Ranchi. Has he already reached Chennai? Who's this Asural Gendaful? I'll let you know. I've just asked. अरे यार पूछो उसको। हाँ पूछो। না, ও এখনো চেন্নাই যায়নি। He's not yet in Chennai. He will go to Chennai. He will go to Chennai. So okay, let me give you those details first. A new account will be opened. A new account will be opened where all of the clubs will put in their monies. AIFF will also put in their monies. This is the account which will have complete transparency and all of the stakeholders will have access, where every money will be put. Suppose a commercial partner come on board and suppose the RFP turns out to be successful, then, and if there is profit, it will be divided 60-40. It will be divided 60-40. Prakash, can you play this graphic that Pooja has made on the screen, please? Can you please play this graphic that Pooja has made? I can read this graphic out. This has all the dates. Rohan, tweet this graphic. Tweet this graphic. Can we make good football stadium in the Northeast? Northeast people love football. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, Northeast, think of what happened in Shillong. Think of what happened even in the Durand Cup. Think of what happens in Assam during when Northeast plays. 100%. East Bengal agreed? Yes, from what I know, they have. No, I don't. Amartya, I don't. I mean, it is, see, Paralympic sport doesn't have numbers. It is about funding. It is about funding, because even if you have less people, less fans there, it is about funding. It is about reaching out and having proper impact. So if you go to Rourkela, you know you will have funds. If you go to Jharkhand, you go to Rajgir, you are trying to spread the sport. You had the World Cup in Chennai. That is why you've gone back to Chennai. There are hockey bases. Suppose you go to Bhubaneswar today, you go to Rourkela today, you go to Rajgir today, you go to Jharkhand today, 100% Amartya, you're absolutely confirmed of getting people. I am telling you that. Okay, this is the league. This is the format. Look, tendering of broadcast partner and commercial partner RFP 10th Jan. Finalization of long-term structure and governance 20th Jan. Deadline for submission of broadcast partner 25th Jan. Anybody wants to copy this, do that. On board of broadcast partner and commercial partner for 25-26 season, 31st January. Tendering of long-term commercial partner, 20th February. Uh, Deadline for submission of 20-year agreements, 20th March. Finalization of long-term partner, 31st March. So year end, you will be able to know who the long-term partner for financial year end, that is the long-term partner for Indian football. Club licensing 1st of April. Finalization of all aspects for the next season on the 25th of May. So no playoff, only league format, sir. Who said that? Are yaar, whether it is centralized or one season, there will be, centralized or home and away. The clubs will be able to decide. So give it a little bit of time. Let the clubs confirm. But clearly, one thing I am now sure, that is, we have a league. That dilemma, whether there will be a league or no league, what will happen to Indian football, what will not happen, all that is now a thing of the past. What if AFC doesn't provide exemption? What if we will see? What if, firstly, if the AFC letter graphic is not mentioned here, the letter to the AFC is being sent on the 7th of January. The letter to the AFC is being sent on the 7th of January. Has Pooja made the graphic for the budget also? If she has, then put that graphic up as well. Prakash, has she made the graphic? No, she hasn't. No, she hasn't. Okay, let me give you that date also. The AFC letter is being sent on the 7th of January. স্কুল এক্সাম গুলো শুরু হয়ে যাবে ফেব্রুয়ারি থেকে। হ্যাঁ ভাই, এইটা একটা সমস্যা। এইটা আপনি আর আমি কি করতে পারি বলুন? টি-20 ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপ যেদিনকে ভারত পাকিস্তানের খেলা, সেদিন থেকেই কিন্তু আইএসএল শুরু হওয়ার কথা, অর্থাৎ 15ই ফেব্রুয়ারি। আমরা কিভাবে কভার করব সেটা আমাদেরকেও ভাবতে হবে, কারণ অর্ধেক লোক শ্রীলঙ্কায় থাকবে, অর্ধেক লোক আইএসএল এ থাকবে। কভার তো আমরা করবই, সমস্ত খেলা মাঠ থেকে কভার হবে, এ বিষয়ে কোনো ডাউট নেই। East Bengal FC striker Fazila taken to hospital immediately she was injured by opponents. Oh, এটা আইডব্লিউএল এটা খবর নেই তো কি এক্স্যাক্টলি আপডেট তাহলে দিতে হবে। দ্য গোট সুনীল ছেত্রী তিনি বলছেন এই কথাটা। How can I approach you? I want to work in Rev Sports Football. You are in Mumbai recently. Your destination point is Trisha Ghoshal and Rohan Chaudhary. Reach out to them. Figure out their emails and reach out to them, and then they can pass on your details to me. But Boryada, who will go on and operate the league? AIFF. Ultimately, it is their league. AIFF will not, but it will have the stakeholders in terms of the clubs, the commercial partner. All of them will have a say. All of them will have a say, but it is eventually the ownership is with AIFF. Centralized league, what are the chances of Kolkata hosting the league? Whether it is a centralized league or not, we don't know. Initially, it was suggested that Goa will host the ISL and Kolkata will host the I League. So we will see what the clubs say. As I said to you, we don't know yet what the clubs have responded. Let me find out. It is 5:38. If the clubs have responded, let me check once. Have the clubs responded? AFC, the letter will be sent tomorrow, which is 7th. Steve Smith's century today was brilliant, was absolutely brilliant. And did you see the way he maneuvered? Travis Head was outstanding. And then when Jacob Bethel got Travis Head, that the review was a dead duck review, clearly was hitting leg. Thereafter, Steve Smith took control. Two good partnerships, one with Webster and one with Cameron Green, and Australia has taken complete control. We haven't heard back whether the clubs have responded or not. Has been a detailed show. How can a league practically work business-wise with IPL and World Cup running simultaneously? Last year also IPL ran. And by the way, then what would you do? If you start your league even in September, it has to work till May. You close down for cricket. So you are actually telling me that football will never have the viewership as cricket. So when cricket happens, you will close it down. Is that ever a solution? Whoever asked that question, how is that a solution? Why Indian fans don't support other sports? I don't know. I have always tried to say that Indian fans should, and that is why we cover. It is also our job, the media's job, to promote it, to push it, to do good programs. People who are watching, you think it is about numbers? No. The people who are watching today, look at the number of questions I've had to answer. Don't you think you guys are good enough? I think you are. Apart from cricket, European football in India is massive. No. I had once spoken to a very ardent broadcaster. The Shusha is massive in terms of Catchment area, the numbers are okay, but in terms of ratings, no. Nothing compared to cricket, nothing whatsoever. But does that mean that there are no takers? ইস্ট বেঙ্গল খেলবে কিনা আমার ধারণা 100% খেলবে ভাই, 100% খেলবে. If FSDL proposed just some months away, yes, they're more or less on the similar lines that FSDL had proposed some months back. Let me end this. I think it has been a very positive day for Indian football. I think by the end of the day, by around 9 p.m., we will have a clear cut plan. The clubs would have responded. The minister would have briefed. We would have a tentative start date for the ISL, and things would have considerably moved from where we were a couple of days back. Doom and gloom. Gurpreet Sandhu talking to me in complete doom and gloom. Amrinder Singh speaking to Rahul Giri. Carlos Delgado speaking to Rohan Chaudhary, all doom and gloom. From there on to today, things have moved considerably. The AIFF, now has given a clear blueprint of a long-term and a short-term plan. This is a good plan. Hopefully, we will have good results. I think we should end here. 41 minutes. KBFC playing, sir. I will check with the KBFC management, but what I know, their management was a little concerned because of the centralized structure. If it's a home and away, KBFC is assured of revenue, then it will make it much easier for them to play. So we will see how KBFC responds to that, but I'm sure I will be able to get you a KBFC reaction as well after speaking to their management. Thank you very much, folks. One second. Have the clubs responded? I'm getting a response. Let me break that before I end the show. Is there any chance of announcement today? Yes, some. East Bengal has confirmed. Punjab has confirmed. Mohammedan Sporting has confirmed. These clubs have already confirmed. Jamshedpur had already confirmed. So Jamshedpur, East Bengal, Punjab, Mohammedan Sporting have already confirmed. These are the clubs that have already confirmed. We are awaiting to hear from the other clubs. East Bengal has confirmed, Punjab has confirmed, Mohammedan Sporting has confirmed, Jamshedpur we already knew had confirmed. So we are awaiting to hear from the other clubs. I'm sure they will respond. They're all speaking to their ownerships. If you ask me, we are having a league. My final parting point to you, we are having a league for sure. ISL will happen. I-League will also happen. Thankfully, football in India is back. On that note, thank you very much for watching.